Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you guys a whole bunch of makeup and skincare products that I've really been enjoying lately. I thought it might be kind of fun to film an updated, natural, everyday makeup routine, and I can share those products with you guys along the way. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome, my name is Carlina, and I love to post beauty-related videos as well as clothing try-on hauls. If you enjoy watching those types of videos as much as I do, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe. All of the products that I mention in today's video will be listed down below, just in case there's anything that you'd like to check out. And yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get ready to take on the day. So I like to start my skincare off every morning with a makeup wipe. These guys are actually very affordable. They're available at the dollar store and they're $4 for a pack of 60. I know what you're thinking, but actually I've tried a lot of different makeup remover wipes and I really enjoy the texture of these. They're very, very smooth and thick. And they also give a really nice, clean, fresh sensation without leaving a residue behind. As you can see, my skin is quite oily, but acne prone at the same time. So I really do enjoy the sensation of like a really clean feeling when I'm using any sort of like cleanser or skincare product. Obviously, these are a really nice, affordable option. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The next step in my skincare routine is this Biotherm Life Plankton Elixir. This is a really nice anti-aging serum, which basically has a very high concentration of the life plankton, which if you're familiar with Biotherm, that's their star ingredient in all of their skincare products. Basically, it's used to help to soothe, rebalance, and heal the skin. So it's great for premature signs of aging, as well as sensitivity, really any sort of imbalance on the skin. It's basically kind of a one and done sort of a deal. I really like how lightweight the texture of this is. It feels, once again, very fresh on the skin, and because it kind of does everything, my skin has been crazy lately. You know, as you can see, I'm dealing with breakouts, there's dryness, I definitely have an anti-aging concern at my age, and yeah, I find it to be just a really nice option that can kind of go with the flow with whatever my skin is doing that day. The next step in my skincare routine is this Burt's Bees Truly Glowing Eye Gel. I've been using this eye cream pretty religiously for the last maybe month and a half or so, and actually I've really been enjoying it. I was looking for a super lightweight eye cream because definitely I'm at the age where it is important that I use something around my eyes, but I do have trouble a lot with eye creams that are too heavy. I'm very prone to the little white dots around the eye area, and really I just don't like the feeling of anything too heavy. So basically I was just looking for something that's going to give nice hydration, kind of to plump up the fine lines around my eye area, and something that ideally had a little bit of like a optical diffuser, like kind of like a pearl finish to it, which helps to kind of smooth the appearance of fine lines around the eyes and kind of give a little bit more brightness. As you can see, I definitely struggle with dark circles around my eyes, so this has been a product I've really been loving lately, and it's awesome because it's also super affordable. Now, the final step in my skincare lately has been this Super Serum by Nukes. This is once again designed as a do-it-all serum. It's designed to address universal signs of aging, whether it be fine lines, elasticity of the skin, brown spots, premature sun damage, all that kind of stuff. Now, I've been using it for about a month or so, so it might be a little bit too early to see, you know, obviously like the anti-aging results. We always kind of want to give new things time. But what I really, really enjoy about this particular product is it's got almost like a primer kind of a silicone-y texture to it. So if you are familiar with my videos, you'll probably know that I'm not a huge primer person, especially for everyday wear, but I really do enjoy this because of course I'm interested in the anti-aging benefits that it offers, but I also really like that it feels very much like a primer. So it kind of allows me to do 2 steps in one. So yeah, after all of this, as you can see, my skincare is complete for the day, and we're just going to jump off and move on to makeup. So starting off with eyes, in terms of eyeshadow for every day, I like to keep things very, very simple and minimal. What I've been doing lately is just dusting a little bit of bronzer on a tapered blending brush. This is the MAC 224 tapered blending brush, and the bronzer that I've been using lately is the Physicians Formula Matte Monoi bronzer. If you are familiar with my favorites videos, you'll know that the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is an absolute staple in my makeup bag. The Monoi collection, I believe, is new. I'm not sure if it's limited edition, but basically it just has a slightly different scent than the original. It smells like those beautiful white flowers that you smell in Hawaii. So basically it reminds me of vacation, which I'm sure we were all dying for right now. Color-wise, it also runs a little bit more like kind of peachy than the original. It's a nice light color. So once again, just as a really nice natural contour color for the crease area on the eyes for a no makeup day, this is just perfect. So once again, just kind of applying it on the tip of the brush, back and forth in the natural crease of the eye. And then without picking up any more product, I'm just gonna kind of blend it upwards towards the brow bone. And as you can see, I'm leaving the eyelid area totally bare, as well as the brow bone at this point. And it's because I'm looking for more of that like true no makeup kind of a look. I find that this is a really great technique because the moment that you put really anything on the lower eyelid area, although it creates really nice contrast and makes the eyes pop nicely, it then becomes like really visible that you've got some kind of eyeshadow on. So today we're going to keep it really, really simple. And as you can see, this just sort of creates a little bit of like a natural shadow, enhances the shape of my eyes. So I promised you that we were going to keep the shadow very simple, and I'm going to leave it at that for today because I can't do my eyeliner on camera. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm going to hop off camera and do my liner as well as my lashes, and then we will jump back on here because I've got some foundation and complexion products that I've really been excited to share with you lately. So I will be right back. So as you guys can see, I'm back with my liner on, which is the Physicians Formula Lash Boosting Liquid Eyeliner. I just did a little baby wing along the side, which I did not carry through all the way through to the front. This is usually, once again, my everyday technique when it comes to liquid eyeliner if I'm gonna do it. I also finished my upper lashes with the Clinique Lash Power Mascara. Once again, my absolute favorite mascara formulation because it's super long wearing but not difficult to remove, very smudge proof, and it just gives my lashes the nicest definition and separation, and it's a really beautiful buildable formula. Now, if you are naturally blessed with nice full long lashes, you could skip the false lash step, but as you can see, for me, it makes a huge difference. I think it's because I've been wearing false lashes for so long that I just feel like incomplete without them. And these are also not new to my routine. These are my absolute favorite lashes. These are the Kiss lashes in Pompadour. Now moving along to complexion, I've recently been using this formula of foundation from Estee Lauder. This is the Futurist Hydra Rescue. It has an SPF of 45, I believe, and it is designed to be more of a medium to full coverage, more hydrating, like radiant looking foundation. And I can definitely say that it lives up to all of those claims. I like to apply my foundation with a damp beauty blender. I also love that this foundation comes with a pump applicator. The shade that I use in Estee Lauder foundations is 3N1, which is Ivory Beige. And I just like to start by applying my foundation more through the center area of the face. Once again, this is going to deliver kind of more coverage where I need it. And I find most people need a little bit more coverage in this area. So whether it be like redness or darkness or, you know, sunspots, things like that. As you can see, I tend to break out a little bit more in my cheek area lately. It just allows you to build the coverage a little bit more in those areas. But as you kind of blend it outwards towards the edges of your face, it naturally shears out. So you get the coverage that you need where you're looking for it, but it's not a dead giveaway of like, here's my makeup, here's my neck. And as you can see, the damp beauty blender does a really nice job of just kind of moving the product around on the skin. If you like to use beauty blenders and you haven't tried wetting your beauty blender, I would highly recommend it. I think I actually kind of did that on accident one time where I washed it the night before. It wasn't quite dry and ended up just using it because I was rushing to go to work and discovered that I liked it so much better when it was a little bit wet. So that's something that I've stuck to. As you can see, I'm just kind of pouncing the beauty blender all around, added a little bit to my forehead, kind of maybe building the coverage up a little bit more. Once again, through the center area of my face. But as you can see, it's got the most beautiful, natural, like skin-like radiance to it. It looks really, really smooth. It doesn't feel heavy. And I do find that it keeps my skin feeling hydrated all day long. Because we're still wearing masks, as you can see, in addition to the breakouts that I'm experiencing, I've noticed for some reason that my skin feels really kind of also dry and dehydrated, especially where the mask area is. And I've been finding lately that when I wear this product, my skin looks a lot more hydrated throughout the course of the day. So definitely really, really highly recommend this. In terms of concealer, I've got a new drugstore favorite concealer, and this is the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, and I'm using it in the shade 245 Light. Now, this one I just like to apply underneath the eyes, and then also, once again, any sort of discoloration, again, like my blemishes and such. This has like a squeeze tube applicator with a brush on the end, and I just like to apply it more concentrated, like through the inner corner of the eye where I have, you know, the darkest pigmentation, and then once again just on top of my blemishes there that need a little bit of extra help. Now, I always like to apply foundation first because, as you can see, my foundation covers like most things that I need to cover. And then the concealer just kind of takes care of anything extra that needs extra attention. So once again, just pressing this under the eyes with my same damp beauty blender. I like to do kind of like a half shade lighter in my concealer compared to my foundation, as you can see, because I just find that it kind of gives a little bit more brightness. I also really like this concealer because I found that all of the shades, they tend to lean more on the pinky side. Now, although I have more of a golden undertone to my skin, or, you know, maybe a little bit more neutral, I do find that for whatever reason, like pinkier toned concealers tend to brighten my under eye area a little bit better. So if you struggle with dark under eye circles, I might recommend trying out a concealer for your under eyes that is a little bit more pink. And as you can see, it works well for concealing my acne as well because of my more olive undertones. I find that my acne, it's never really like red. It always kind of leans more towards like the dark spot, like more browny, even purpley sometimes side. So I find that once again, using a more pinky or peachy toned concealer really helps. So I'm now gonna set everything with this Essence All About Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. This comes in one universal shade, and I like to use this to set my under eye area as well as kind of like my forehead, nose, and chin. This is a very, very affordable drugstore product, and I really like how silky the texture of this powder is. It's also really, really finely milled, so it doesn't look heavy, especially under the eye area. And it does give a really nice kind of brightness and smoothness. So once again, just kind of on a fluffy brush, very lightly around the eye area, just to set my concealer. I like to do a little bit kind of on either side of my nose, just to set that area a little bit more. And then once again, just using a fluffier brush, just to apply that more through the T-zone area. I like to keep the cheek area a little bit more natural and glowy. I like the way that it has a little bit more dimension, or the skin has a little bit more dimension if I don't kind of heavily powder this area. I also will add a little bit of highlight in that area in the end, just to make those parts pop a little bit more. Now that my powder's on, I'm gonna go in with the classic color in the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is once again just the classic bronzer shade. And I'm going to use my usual MAC 168 contoured brush. This brush is older than the hills, but it works perfect. You know, like when you have a brush that you've been using forever and it looks nothing like the brush if you were to buy it in the store, but it like has somehow like evolved and molded to the shape of your face, and it just works so good. Really satisfying. So once again, just applying a little bit of that butter bronzer, kind of just under my cheekbone, just to create a little bit more shape. I also like to shade under my chin a little bit. It just creates a little bit more definition along my jawline, which is not particularly that strong. As you can see, I'm breaking out under my chin as well. So I find that just kind of tucks that part in. Maybe apply just a little bit more bronzer to the top of my forehead, as well as the bridge of my nose. Once again, applying the bronzer where the sun naturally hits your face is going to give a really natural, kind of more sun-kissed look. I'm going to apply a little bit of blush as well. I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in the color Mellow Wine. Just applying that kind of a little bit more on the apples of my cheeks and extending the contour a little bit more. Just helps to soften that and add a little bit of warmth. Once again, using the MAC 168 angled contour brush. This is my favorite blush brush. I think I own like 5 or 6 of them. Okay. There we go. I'm going to hop off camera and do my brows. My brow routine hasn't changed at all. It is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, and then I just brush up the brow hairs with a little bit of glycerin soap. So brows are on. Man, what a difference. I also did my lower lashes off camera and wanted to mention to you guys a new favorite drugstore mascara that I've been using recently. It is the L'Oreal Air Volume Mascara. This is such a beautiful volumizing mascara. It's nice and buildable. I find the formula is not too wet. It's really workable, and the brush is a really nice kind of traditional nylon fiber. So it really does a great job of separating and grabbing the lashes. Really, really highly recommend this guy if you're looking for a nice affordable drugstore mascara. Now for final touches, as you know, I always like to add a little bit of extra highlight in the end. I have been drooling over this highlighter for a little while and finally decided to treat myself. This is the YSL Touche Éclat Shimmer Stick in the shade number 2. It's got a little bit more of like a rosy pink tone to it. And I just like to, once again, apply a little bit to my fingertips and then just pop it kind of on the high points of my cheek, as well as underneath the brow bone. Gosh, there is just something about a highlighter. What I really love about this one is that it's nice and bright. It definitely gives enough pop in my opinion, but it doesn't look chunky or shimmery. It just makes me feel like I look really fresh and rested. So that's, again, just a little bit on the cheekbone area as well as a tiny little bit under the brow bone. We'll do the same on the other side. Once again, applying a cream highlighter with your fingertip is something I really like to do because the natural warmth from your body helps to warm up the product and helps it to blend into the skin a little bit better. Once again, just a little tiny bit under the brow bone. I'm gonna do a tiny little bit just right in there. And I think other than the lips, we are good to go. As usual, I'm going to be lining my lips with the Milani Color Statement lip liner in the shade 04 All Natural. You guys are probably getting so bored of hearing me talk about this product, but honestly, it is a must-have for me. I use it every single day and it goes with every single lip color that I own. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no other lip liner. I do like to overdraw just a little bit. And I'm gonna finish with the Dior Lip Maximizer, which is just the normal pink color. This just gives the lips a really nice, like juicy, glossy look, but it doesn't have a lot of pigment to it. It will tint your lips just slightly to enhance the natural pink shade of your real lips. But again, wearing a mask and such, it's not gonna end up all over your face. It does have that traditional kind of minty tingle that a lot of lip plumpers have, which I really enjoy. And as you can see, before my lips were looking kind of dry. Now they look smooth and full and just kind of like the best version of their natural selves. And there you have it, guys. That's gonna wrap up today's everyday natural makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as that really helps my channel out a lot. Hope you are doing great wherever you are watching from, and I will see you guys in my next video.